Welcome back to College Week on Twin Cities Live. Today we're starting something new. It's called Doc Hollywood. You know, when celebrities have health issues, of course, it makes headlines.
Yeah, so every Wednesday I'll sit down with a doctor to find out why celebrities like John Legend might end up in the ER and how that information can make you healthier or even prevent having the same problem. So I spoke with Dr. Cullen Hegarty, an emergency physician at Regions Hospital. Take a look. All right, Dr. Hegarty, we got to talk about this Lindsay Lohan case, okay? So she was taken to the emergency room, said she had walking pneumonia. Turned out she faked it a little bit just to get out of work. But if you actually were to have walking pneumonia, what is it? Is it a real thing?
It's a real thing. It's pretty common, and we see it in the ER. Certainly clinics and urgent care see it as well, but it's definitely a real thing.
And how bad does it need to be before you say, I got to get in and see somebody?
This would be one of those things that a clinic, urgent care, ER, any of the above should be able to take care of someone with this. Because usually you're more mild symptoms, a cough, not feeling that great, but not terribly sick. So any of those would be okay to go to.
So singer John Legend, great voice, always very busy singing, but he was rushed to the emergency room for flu-like symptoms. Does that mean you actually have the flu, or does it mean you're dealing with something else?
When I think of the flu, typically it's like the fevers, chills, really bad body aches, and you might get stuffy nose, cough, all these different kind of things. And some people will come and say they have the stomach flu, or they'll say it's something different, and that's when we need to check them out and figure out, is it something just like a viral illness like the flu, or is it something more serious?
So if you have those fever, chills, those kind of classic flu symptoms, what's the treatment process?
Typically it's just stay home, rest, kind of avoid contact with others for a short while so you don't get a lot of other people sick. This is definitely a timely time of the year to remind people that getting your flu shots would be wise, just because that would be helpful.
Okay, you want to tackle Real Housewives of Orange County? You ready for this?
Right,
I can tell you're probably a big fan.
Not the Orange County.
Maybe not. Not the Orange. Yeah, he's a Jersey guy, right?
Right, born in Jersey. Yep, it's true.
Well, Orange County's Tamra Barney, she was rushed to the emergency room earlier this year. She had 3 weeks of stomach pain. First of all, I think 3 weeks sounds like a long time of having trouble.
It would be, and it just depends if it's more mild symptoms. Maybe you'd have it for a while, but if it's something that's more serious or it's really affecting your ability to go to work or go to school, things like that, you probably would want to go get checked on sooner. But then the question is always, when should you go in if it's more serious symptoms? So, chest pain, shortness of breath, bad abdominal pain, anything that seems to be more concerning where you feel like something's not quite right, it's probably better to go get checked out than to wait.
And it turned out she had an incarcerated hernia. What is that?
So basically just a hernia kind of in your abdominal area where you might get things bulging through, but sometimes they can kind of go back. This one would be one that would bulge through and get stuck.
Yeah, the stomach thing is one that I think people go, oh, I just am having a stomach ache.
Right. Pain, I would probably pay attention to it.
Well, thank you so much. Great job. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Good stuff. Dr. Cullen Hegarty, his first name is Cullen, which is the last name of the family in the Twilight movies. He said all of his patients now ask him about it.
Oh, I loved him in the movie.
I know. We want to thank HealthPartners, clinics, and Regions Hospital for sponsoring Twin Cities Live. And remember, you always want to check with your physician if you have any kind of health concern.